It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bills and the Jets on Monday night.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, we talk about the phrase last but not least. That qualifies here. It's the final game of Week 1 and one of the most anticipated debuts around these parts in a long time. All eyes on the new number 8, Aaron Rodgers, making his first start as a New York Jet.
And think about it, wearing number 8, despite a gracious gesture from the retired number 12, Joe Namath, to wear that number, Aaron Rodgers is going to make his own way wearing his college number. And you're right about how anticipated this is. The Jets believe he's the piece to get them to the playoffs and possibly the Super Bowl.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So peel back the curtain and let the show begin here. Here we go, partner. After 244 starts in a Packer uniform, it is the first start here in New York for the newest Jet, Aaron Rodgers. Now the second-year man back from injury, it's Breece Hall.
And does that mean we can all exhale now and just enjoy the show? So much build-up, so much speculation, so many of us wondering how this is going to turn out. It begins right now.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So Aaron Rodgers here getting his first run in a Jets uniform. Well, he'll get 3 of his first 4 games at home, but it is an intimidating slate. You got Buffalo tonight. They go to Dallas next Sunday, followed by a divisional home game against the Patriots, a team that's had their number, to put it mildly. And then the Super Bowl champs come in Week 4.
And don't forget, not far behind them, the Eagles in Week 6. But I think that this is a great way to open for Aaron Rodgers. If you've ever wanted a challenge, this is it. And this gives him a chance to show the rest of the world he's still got it and is still an MVP in this league.
And here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for him. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That is caught, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Try to get that pass to Khalil Shakir, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Allen to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all. All right? A little more expressionism for these guys, I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Trucks over it. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Second down and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Ball again on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Gregory Rousseau drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On play direction. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Rodgers.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
He's still on his feet.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60.
And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Open man here is Conklin. And he goes out right around the 39. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here's Allen.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 38 now. Here's second down and 7.
Throwing now is Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
To throw, it's Allen.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Jets are going to get the football back. On first down, Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Cook running right. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
2nd down and a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now Rodgers. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to us. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough.
trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Rodgers now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw is Rodgers. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have taken a fourth quarter lead. Rodgers will throw for it. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 92 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start on the ground. Hall dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he will be out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And I suspect this might not be a legal pass.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and 5.
Rodgers going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's a 2nd and 7. They run once more with Henderson. He will push his way down to about the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in Week 1. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Now that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Hall on a give up the middle. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. What can Allen do now with his drive? They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Shakir hauls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Murray. And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.